Hey everybody, sitting here in the shop Thursday morning. Just wanted to give you some tips on Tinwork, show you a little bit about what's going on. We've been thrashing pretty hard here, trying to get the Vega and this Willys out of the shop. The Willys is at the powder coaters right now, which is awesome. So that means it'll be going to paint here as soon as they're done powder coating. Have a little bit of fiberglass work to do to the inside of the body and then paint it satin black. We'll mount the body back on the powder coated chassis. That way we're not trying to flex or disturb the body once it's finished painted. So I'm going to show you a little bit of stuff on Tinwork on Sean's car. Hopefully this helps, gives you some tips and pointers, and we'll see. Got the Camaro done, it's sitting here too. Hopefully next Wednesday I can go test it. Trying to decide in my life what I want to do with this thing. I mean, I love the car, but I'm just not in love with drag racing anymore. So I like it, I don't love it. I used to couldn't wait to go. Now it's just like, hell, it's the middle of the season. I just put the car together. So I found something in the oil pan of the other engine last year when I drained the oil in the fall that I don't know what it is, so I was not putting that engine back in the car. Fortunately, I'd had Pat McCreary at Knives build me a 468 new motor, and I put that in the car instead. So had a converter for it, stuff like that, using the same transmission over, all a Brucey transmission and converter stuff. And like I say, the 468's nothing special, 12-to-1, got iron big block Chevy heads on it and GM block, stuff like that. And forged crank, good rods, good pistons, but you know, a little roller cam in it, nothing special, but it runs, it sounds good. So we'll see how she runs here in a week or so. So in that, I'll show you a little bit about what I got to talk about this week. There's Camaro. She looks good. I've tried to clean her up the best I can. So, I mean, she sounds good. Changed the collectors on the headers a little bit. I had some different cones that were cut off and I didn't really care for them. So I changed the collectors. I think the other one on the other side I got to shorten up a little bit, but all in all, she's ready to go. Sean's car, like I say, we've been thrashing hard on that, get Tinwork done. Ronnie built some pieces to go in here, and that's one of the things I want to talk about. This area here, if you leave it like this, it's a stone catcher. So, you know, stones will pile up in here and pile up in here. So Ronnie built some pieces that go in here and fill all this in so stones can't gather in this area. You know, go to Muncie to race and there's stones all over, and can't have that. They fall out in front of the tire and then you're all over the place in ET. Most guys don't know to clean that out, but Jeff and I got this done yesterday. This is what I want to talk about. Wheel tubs are finished, they're ready to go back in, but I wanted to video this before we put the wheel tubs in. The way we start this, start on the back, is we make in this car, we made a transition piece to go from the original steel down to the bottom of the quarter panels from side to side. He doesn't want wheelie bars, so this is not tapered up or anything. We didn't try to raise it up because he doesn't want wheelie bars. But we made this panel going from side to side that's the same height, or it's even with the bottom of the rockers on each side. We cut the flange off the rockers. You can see that there's no flange on there anymore, so we could use this lip to attach to. Then what we do, of course, this filler panel here just fills in a hole in the back, I think, where the gas filler came through on this car. Then what we do is determine where we want this middle piece to land, okay? We got to clear the shocks, we got to clear the shock mounts and everything in anti-roll, so we have to step up on top of the frame rail at some point. So we determine where the fuel cell is going to be in this area here, in these holes here for the bolts on the bottom of the fuel cell. And we stepped it up, as you can see how we did that there. And it's got a flange that laps here onto the frame rail. Then we made this piece here the distance between the wheel tubs or the outside of the frame rail, and put this piece in. Got it all put in. Then we do these transitions. And the reason why I do it this way is because you don't want the back end of the car to catch any air. A lot of guys will just put flat panels in there and leave all this wide open, and it catches a bunch of air and slows the car down. Catches dirt and everything else. This is a lot easier to clean. So what I do is, once I know where this is, I make a pattern, a template that fits here, that matches this piece out of cardboard. Then once that's done, then I make this piece and tape the two together to make sure they fit. Pretty simple. I mean, it looks difficult, but it's really not. It dives into the tub right here. That's where the wheel tub ends. Okay, like I say, and I just measure that triangle. I know where this line's gonna go this way. I know where that's gonna end in the quarter, and I know where this line is here. It's gonna be on the inside of this flange where I cut the flange off. So it's pretty simple. I know how the tub's gotta lay in the car. Then what I do, this is stuff you need to think about when you're doing tin work. Just don't drill holes willy-nilly, okay? Don't drill them wherever. Always draw a line, like down here. I find my center line here. I want my rivets pretty close to the edge, and I do everything on 3-inch spacing when I drill my rivets. Flanges, like this. I make the flanges no wider than 3/4 of an inch. Okay, I try to do 1/2 inch if I can, but I usually make them 3/4 because I want my rivet hole 3/8 of an inch from the edge this way. This one here's a little longer because of the flange that was on there, but then I space them 3 inches apart. I draw lines, and this is black aluminum that's got masking on it, and I found that white China markers are fantastic for laying out rivet holes and panels, where to cut them and everything else. Now when you're doing bead rolling like this, China markers don't work because they're greasy, so you got to use I use a silver Sharpie there. Silver Sharpies are horrible because they don't write very long. So, but with this car here, the pattern worked the same on both sides, so of course it should. Again, dives into the wheel tub up here. So that's basically how we do this. Barely clears the battery box, but it does just the same, so we're good there. We got the transition piece for the tunnel, or the drive shaft tunnel is made, and front firewall. So hopefully today we can get the wheel tubs back in and all this stuff done in the back end of the car. I'm really hoping that. I've got, like I said, I've got some fiberglass to work to do, and the wheelies, which is back there in the hole. But you can see the car's going. Next thing I got to do for that car is buy all the parts and pieces I need to put it together. Plumbing parts, and there's some other odds and ends stuff, but just got the wheel tubs all cleaned up and ready to go. They'll have to be put in and finish drilled. And the Chevy 2 sitting on a cart there, half bakes on a cart, waiting for tin work. So I'm hoping today, by the end of the day, we can get the Vega off the lift and this on the lift, because then I'll start doing wheel tubs and the floors and stuff like that. I've got a pattern over there already for the steel floor on that side, because I'll do steel floors in the front. But yeah, that's where we're at in the shop. Like I say, the Camaro's done, cleaned up. She's got some dust on her. We got sawdust falls through the floor here, so I typically in the daytime been pushing this thing outside and letting it set out in the sun. So, but we'll know in a week or so how she runs. Then I'll make my decision whether I want to sell her or not. So I'm liking my Chevelle. It's been a little bit of trouble, but I'm liking it. So that's what's going on in the shop. Sort of having fun here, trying to get all this stuff done. I'm behind on customers' cars, got lots of stuff to do, you know. In particular, when you do this project, we were just gonna fix the rear frame rails. You know, I figured that was like a 2-week project. Well, yeah, as you can see, all the sheet metal work that's happened, the wheel openings, you know, and that was used metal, so it was extremely hard to do. And the car had been ground on a lot in these wheel openings, so the metal was super thin. So Jeff got the lips done, you know, showed that in previous videos, but then Ronnie finished the bottoms. He got them done this week, and that turned out fantastic. So big kudos to Ronnie there. He's got it going on when it comes to that stuff. So, but that's where we're at in the shop. I just wanted you guys to see that. Next up will be the front end is on it. You can see it just hanging there. We're gonna remount the front end. Had to have the doors to do that, and we'll probably do inner door panels. But Sean wants all this, the Tinwork, riveted in with some aluminum rivets. We'll put like aluminum mandrel, aluminum rivets that can be drilled out easy. We'll just put a couple in each piece just to hold it on in place when it goes home. So we're getting there. Like I say, hopefully by next weekend this one's ready to leave the shop, and or super close. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. See you soon.